In today's world, almost every single television you see on the market is smart in some way, a lot of which have Android TV on it. TCL has been making televisions since the year of 1991, and they continue to make televisions to this day that fit very much right into your living space. Today we are taking a look at the TCL Class S3 with Android TV. Is it good for the big game in February this year? Let's find out in this review. But before we begin, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell down below. Also become a member if you want emotes, badges, and exclusive content. All of that supports the channel. Now let's get on with the review. The model I will be going over is the 40-inch model. It also comes in 32 inches as well. Most of what I say about the 40-inch television will also be true about the cheaper 32-inch television. So either way, you probably won't go wrong with either one that you get. The 1080p display you get is an LED display that is a backlit display. The colors are super accurate and really pop out at you in a very beautiful way. This display is also an HDR10 Plus display as well. You could see I'm playing God of War Ragnarok here, and you see how the game just looks absolutely beautiful. So if you have a PlayStation 5, it will take full advantage of the HDR10 Plus feature, making your video games look absolutely stunning. It's also a 60 Hz refresh rate as well, making content consumption very smooth. The bezel-less design also allows you to immerse yourself deeper into the content that you are watching as well, making the experience almost like a movie theater. Of course, the television is also very slim, making this television very light to carry. I promise you that no matter where you put this television, it will look amazing in your living space. Of course, because it runs with Android TV, you can get a ton of content on it. You get all of the apps and content you want from the Google Play Store. The software runs decently enough for you to have a good time with this television. Now, the downside to the software is that it runs Android 11. A lot of streaming sticks and boxes you get today run Android 12. So hopefully TCL will roll out an update and bring the Class S3 up to Android 12 soon. With Android TV as the main software, you get many other apps that are pre-installed, including TCL's apps. You get TCL TV Plus, which features a ton of the same channels that Pluto TV and Tubi both have, but you also get exclusive content with Your TV Plus. That's a section in the TCL TV Plus app that you can get that has exclusive content. You also get TCL Home, which is basically a small section of settings, basically. Because this television does run Android TV software, you can use the Google Assistant to control it to some degree. Now, the remote itself has a Google Assistant button located at the very top of the remote, and it works very well. All you have to do is press and hold the Google Assistant button and give it commands, and it will do those commands. It works with Google Assistant, and the television also works with Amazon's Alexa Assistant as well. Now, of course, using the Google Assistant on this television, you can look up things like content, apps, games, and many other things. Now, there is one problem that I do have with this television, and I want to know if anyone else is having the same problem. When I say, hey, gee, it doesn't always turn on. I don't know if this is a Google Assistant exclusive problem with this television, but this is a problem that I am having. Sometimes it will activate at the sound of my voice, other times it won't. So if anybody has a solution to this problem, let me know down in the comments. Now, there are two ways you can store this TV. Of course, you can use the two legs that came with this television. Now, unlike the On Roku television I reviewed a few years ago, the screws are actually much easier to insert on this television. You also have the 4 screw holes on the back that allows you to install this television onto your wall or onto an entertainment center with an attachment. Either way you choose to store this television, I promise you it's going to fit in right in with your furniture. Also, on the back of the television, you get all the main connectors. You get a USB port, an Ethernet connection, an optical digital output port, a coaxial input, an adapter input, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and 2 HDMI ports, one of them being an ARC port, meaning that you can use this port to plug in your sound bar and it will control the entire sound for your entire television. So no matter if you're using a PlayStation 5 or you're using anything else that uses HDMI or whatever, you can use that soundbar if you have it plugged into the ARC port. Now you're going to actually want to plug in a soundbar, and the reason being is because while the Class S3 does have its own speakers, they're honestly okay at best. They're really not that good. They do get loud to where the speakers can fill the room with sound, however they lack bass and sound very flat. Here's a sample. The white ones, the case is all white. You have an LED on the front to indicate where the battery level is. Another issue is that there is no option to only have the sound output over optical digital only. This is, in my opinion, what would have been a great option to have in the sound options, and it's very unfortunate because the Insignia N10 dumb TV I had, that had the option to have the sound go over digital optical output only, but unfortunately it's not here on the Class S3 television for some reason. I don't know why TCL chose not to put that option in there, but it is what it is. And now finally you have the remote. Now this remote is quite tall. It does have a source and power button at the top along with the directional buttons that is centered by an OK button on top as well. You also have your volume rockers along with the channel rockers as well. You also have a TV Plus button which opens a stripped down version of the TCL TV Plus app. And of course you have your quick access buttons. The Chromecast remote has only 2 of those buttons. The ON Full HD streaming stick has 4 of those buttons, but this one has 6 buttons. You can quickly access Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, TCL TV Plus, TCL Home, and Apple TV. All of those can be quickly accessed with just the press of one of those 6 buttons. So you can press one of those buttons and watch all the content to your heart's content. And I think it's great that a lot of these televisions have these quick access buttons, because if you want to just come home, turn on the television, just quickly watch something and not scroll through any of the software, all you have to do is just press one of those buttons and watch content. So after using this television for a couple of months, I can honestly say that I am happy with the television. The screen looks great, the content on the television looks really good, and the colors are accurate. But I do have some frustrations with it. There's times where the software is a little bit janky, yes, but of course you can't use the optical digital output to have all your sound travel over it for some weird reason. The Google Assistant doesn't always work with the television. Basically, what I mean by that is that I can't always turn it on with my voice like I could with the Chromecast for some reason. But overall, this is a solid choice for a television, especially for that big game coming up in February. But anyway, that's been it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and become a member. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.